Hello, and welcome to Superdan, Dealing in the Desert.
Hello, champions. Do not adjust your screens. You know who it is. Superdan, Dealing in the Desert. Let's get it out of the way right now. Yes, it is. It's not an AI. It's not your imagination. It's not a hologram. It is Superdan, Dealing in the Desert. Better believe it. Better believe it. How y'all doing today? I thought today we would record a session of a $10 6 max no limit hold'em tournament. One table tournament, 6 max. It pays 2 spots. First place, $35.87. Second place, $19.32. Third to sixth place, a nice big goose egg. That's how that works. So, wow, that would have been a great turn in river, huh? So I hope you're all doing well. You know, when Superdan turns on the switch for recording, I have no idea how it's going to go. I have no idea how I'm going to play. I have no idea how the cards are going to run, you know. I just flip it on and go. Because I decided that's the most honest way of doing this. Otherwise, I'm just going to be picking and choosing different video clips. And, you know, obviously I'm going to be slightly biased on what I'm going to pick, right? But this way, you know, just randomly flipping it on seems to give a more honest picture of how it is. I'm going to be, you know, some of the clips I'm going to play great. Some of the clips I'm going to play terrible. Some of the clips I'm going to run well. Some of the clips I'm not going to run well. You know, and that's the kind of poker channel I've always wished I watched. And I guess in a way, when I was watching Daniel Negreanu play in the GG Poker World Series, you know, when he went to Mexico, I guess he did the same, you know. So I got to give him credit for that. I mean, if it didn't go well, he just shut it off. You know, he would show every day, and so yeah. I mean, I guess there's some streamers that have done that, but not many. Not many at all. So, anyways, that's how Superdan decided to do it. And we'll see how that goes. I don't know. It's a mixed bag right now. I mean, the new subscribers are not running to the Superdan channel. They're walking. Crawling. So, I don't know. Maybe that's not the way to go. I don't know. But that's the way I decided to do it, and we'll see how that pans out. Wow, look at this big bad boy. Look how big this thing is. Holy moly. This came from the Provided Cigar Club. They have something called Farm Rolled. Okay, they have on their monthly shipments, they have different choices, you know. They have the Rare Cigar of the Month Club, which is what they started with. Then they have something called Brian's Box, which is cigars that you could buy on the shelf that Brian Pravada tries and decides whether or not to put it, you know, as a monthly shipment. That's like it's normal, how cigar clubs normally are, you know. They'll just ship you, you know, how many cigars you buy that you can order from any shop, you know. Then there is something he has called Farm Rolled, which I think is the secret sauce of Pravada Cigar Club, where it comes in unbanded cigars, premium hand-rolled cigars, just as good as any, you know, well, as good. They are good as a $12 all the way up to $15 cigar.
You are speaking clearly and shipshape Bristol fashion. Carry on, Superdan.
For $5. $5 a cigar. You buy them in a package. Kind of looks like this. It's called a humidity pack. See, a humidity pack, humidity bag, and it comes in 4, and it's $20 each one. Get as many as you want. It's the best kept secret in the cigars business right now, I think. It really, I mean, if you're somebody who's on a budget and doesn't want to spend, full retail price for cigars, for good premium cigars, it's the way to go. Otherwise, my monthly price for cigars would go up double or triple. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It pays to be a smart shopper. I think I might have folded another winner. I don't know. Probably wasn't winning that one. I think I'm going to do a little bit of a raise here, king tray, because I'm in position raise. I'll c-bet on the flop. Let's see if we could just take it down. But that flop probably hit somebody, right? But let's bet it anyways. See what happens. Maybe we'll get a 10. Maybe they're just trying. Yeah, they're just playing garbage. I got to remember, this is a $10, sit and go. You're going to get a certain quality of player with a $10 sit and go. Okay, sevens. We'll just call. We'll be sneaky. Try to hit a set. We do not hit a set. Tried to hit a set. We did not hit a set. It happens. Can't believe how big this cigar is. Holy moly. Maybe it's a double Churchill or something. I don't know. Bigger than a Churchill, it looks like to me. Well, we're going to fold it. I hope a 7. Okay, no 7. Okay. I have to open it up with the draw, of course. The draw tool. Pocket kings, that's pretty good. Almost lost my connection there. Oh my god. I got pocket kings, come back. I prefer just one color, please. Maybe 2 at the most.
Yeah, buddy.
Very good flop. Our side is a pretty good flop. Yeah, somebody might have an ace, but can't worry about that. So we're going to do a 180 bet. Okay. Now we're going to have to push, because if they want to hit that aces full, they're going to have to pay for it, right? And if they have trip aces, they're going to call anyway, see? So hopefully he didn't boat up.
Yeah.
Ship that cheddar.
Winning.
Very nice. Very nice indeed. Alright, that's a good start. We just got to not be stupid here. That's a very, very good start. Very, very good.
That is a good hand, Mr. Superdan.
Sometimes it works out, people. Sometimes it works out. They could have boated up, and I would have been in trouble, but they didn't. Because they were looking at 3 outs. Well, more than that. Maybe 6 outs apiece. That's my guess. Weasley. I know Weasley. I played him many times. Vegas Repo. That sounds familiar. Bamboo. JTB5050. They all sound kind of familiar. But we're just a card rack today, people. We are just a card rack today. We are going to 4X. It's going to cost you, Bamboo, if you want to play. All right. Very nice. Ship to cheddar. Ship to cheddar. As my A-team hero used to say, I love it when a plan comes together. Superdan likes a big cigar, but this is ridiculous. Too big. Not my favorite size. I like Robustos. I like Toros. You know, occasionally a Gordo, but this is too long. And in a long cigar, you tend to, have inhalation problems, I guess I would call it. As the smoke moves through the shaft to get to you, there's a more opportunity for it to get ashy. You know what I mean? Plus, the cigar goes out more often. It's too long. But I mean, it's a decent smoke. Tastes good. Better than a poke in the eye with the blunt stick. As my Vegas Matt buddy would say, that one of the slot channels I watch, I like his shtick. It's kind of like my kind of shtick. Kind of clean, kind of father jokes. They got a good team over there. It comes across well. I highly recommend Vegas Matt. But it was interesting. There's a lot of controversies that revolve around slot channels, gambling channels, poker channels, and so forth. And I think that just comes with the territory, which is, are you playing with your own money? Are you playing with other people's money? Are you playing with fake money? Is it a farce? Is it real? Is it this and that and the other thing? And it's legitimate questions. And a lot of times, a lot of these slot channel people or gambling people, they find out that they're full of hot air, right? That what you're seeing is not what you're seeing. And that's why I purposely wanted to make my channel the real thing. When you're watching the Superdan channel, you're watching the real thing. This is my money. Okay? 100%. Nobody's backing me. I don't even have a taker for the Blast Off of Superdan promotion yet, which I would be totally honest and upfront with, and there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with creators getting sponsorships, getting deals. I mean, that's not the problem. I'm not going to call this. Is there a deuce? No. There's nothing wrong with that. The thing that's wrong is when they lie about it. That's when the line is drawn as far as Superdan is concerned. But in terms of growing the channel, getting sponsorships, getting deals, I think that's great. I wouldn't mind that. Who wouldn't? But be upfront, be honest with it, right? That's the key. And a lot of these people, they get caught. They get caught playing with money that's not theirs, pretending. Like for example, I was watching a sock channel guy talk about these cruise ships where at a certain time you can rent a dealer, so to speak, and play with their casino chips, but it's not real. Like at the end, you give it all back, and you just pay for the party fee. And I heard a lot of these YouTube streamers. I don't know if you heard about this or not, but they go on these cruises, They rent that dealer at this certain time period, and they're playing all sorts of, games at, pretty reasonably high stakes. They're playing blackjack, they're playing baccarat, they're playing pai gow, they're playing, ultimate Texas Hold'em and slots and everything. And going through the highs and lows. But do they tell you that they're actually playing with casino money and it's all returned at the end of the day? Of course not. In other words, they're playing with no risk. That's not gambling. I bet you didn't know that, did you? Well, let your Uncle Superdan tell you how the real world works. So, yeah. You're not going to get that on Superdan, that's for sure. He will be honest to you. Or maybe another word is transparent. Transparent. I will be transparent to you. Let's do a raise. If Wesley makes a move, I'm going to call. Come on, Wesley, just fold it. Don't mess with me. Oh, this guy, man, it's unbelievable. Wesley.
Take it down.
A6, I think we should raise. Once again, if Wesley makes a move, I will play. If JTB makes a move, I will fold. Very cute, Wesley. It worked. You win.
I say damn, damn, I say.
So, if you like these videos, please click the thumbs up, subscribe, comment down below. Support the channel. I do have a Blast Off with Superdan promotion. Half the donation goes to the show. Half the donation goes to a sit and go that the donor and I sweat together, and we split any winnings. Basically, the details are in the video description or the post section of the channel. Check it out. Might be fun. Creates content. Creates fun. Drama. Everything. It's all good, man. You can be anonymous. I will not announce your screen name if you don't want to. I mean, I could give the first letter or whatever. It doesn't matter. If you're worried about that, no big deal. No big deal. But I will always be upfront and honest if I get one of those Blast Off with Sit and Goes or Blast Off with Superdan promotions, because that's the way the channel is. I will let people know that this is indeed a Blast Off with Superdan promotion. Blast, Sit and Go.
That sounds pretty good, Superdan.
Well, it looks like Weasley just did a nice double up. Not surprised. I see Weasley all the time. He plays these day in, day out. He knows what he's doing. Pretty good flop. Let's try to be sneaky. That's not working. Let's bet 200. Let's bet another 200. Really?
Oh my.
Really? You got an ace too? I think we have to call this, people. I got the 9 kick. We got to call this. Wow. Oh my god. So sick. That's so sick. God. That is so sick. I mean, to lose like that, I wish he already had it. You know what I mean? Not hit that 8 on the river. That's really sick.
That is a bad beat. Bad beat, I say.
Oh, well. Now we just got to dust ourselves off and keep playing because we are not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. We're just all kind of even in chips now. But I'm not going to lie. That kind of, that bruised, that hurt. JTB put the hurt on us. Oh, I'm going to push. You want to be my ace king? Good luck, Wesley. All right. Wesley's tough, but, you do what you got to do. Right? Do what you got to do. And all of a sudden, we got a three-way race here to the top 2 to the top 1. Now, most of the money's in first place. There's no doubt about it. First place is $35.87. Second place is $19.32. So second place, you're just you're not even getting your double your money. You're almost getting double your money. First place is where the money's at. There's no doubt about it. I probably should have raised there. I'm not as sharp as I used to be with these sit and goes. I used to play them all the time when Full Tilt and Poker Stars were in the U.S. That was a golden age of poker. But now, it's been a while. Oh, we got action, but JTB folds it. Wow. See, Wesley's gonna know, because when you play these a lot, you pick it up. You know when people are lying, or not lying, bluffing, or if they really got something. You pick it up.
Make up your mind, Superdan.
I'm going to switch it up with Wesley. I'm not just going to raise every time. This time I'll just call. I don't want to do the same thing every time with Wesley, because I know he knows what he's doing. We flop an open-ended straight draw. That's pretty good. Okay, he folds. All right. That's good enough for a raise. What do you think? Oh, I hope he hits the king, but not the king 10, right? You can hit a king, just don't hit the king 10. All right. It holds. Bye-bye, JDB. Yeah, I knew it. Don't try to mess with the bull, man. You get the horns. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to mess with the bull. You're going to get the horns. All right, so we get a chip lead. It's not a major chip lead, but it's pretty good. We're not quite a 2-to-1 chip lead, but good chip lead. King, queen. He just calls this time. Is our king queen good? That's the question. Let's find out. No, not good. Okay. Decided to slow play that one. He could have got a lot more out of me. But, you know, good hand. What can you do? Interesting way to play it. I got to give props to JTB for mixing his play up. Okay. I could just see already this is going to be a battle. Okay, yeah, he learned. Now he knows. He can't just bully me. Ace deuce on the button. I think it's worthy of a raise. And it's worthy of a fold. Jack 9 at time. We're going to play this. And we're going to... Damn it.
I say damn, damn I say.
I should have called that. I felt like I should have called that, and I didn't. Now I regret it big time. Now we drop the third. Not a great spot to be in. Do we have action? No, we do not. That's a bummer for me. This guy, man, I'm going to put the hurt on this guy. JTB, you were on my radar, buddy. See, what's happening is that I'm getting low enough where he feels safe to start pushing with a lot of a bigger opening of hands, and that's a problem for me because he's just going to keep stealing my blinds, right? So at some point we got to stuff it back. They're all stuffing it to Superdan now. They sense blood in the water. Wow. I'm waiting for a hand to defend with. 6-3 is not 6 tray is not one of them. It is not one of them. I got nothing, sir. We need a double up to stay in the sit and go because these two know what they're doing. So we need a double up. It's the only way we're going to survive this. There we go. That's what we're waiting for. Oh, and they all fold. Are you kidding me? Do they see my cards? That's unbelievable.
Oh my.
That is unbelievable. We finally get a hand and they all fold. They don't take a steal? Wow. Ah, man. So brutal. We got action. And he folds. Wow, Wesley. Unbelievable. All in. Wow. But you see, Wesley's smart. He's still in the tournament. You know what I mean? Pocket fours against Wesley. Do we want to risk it? We know it's going to be at least a screw it.
GG, my friend.
Yes.
Yeah, buddy.
Sometimes you just got to grab your nuts and go for it, people. These nuts. Yes, indeed. Wesley, take that to the bank. Take that, buddy. All right, King 8. We flop nothing.
These nuts Superdan. Grab these nuts Superdan and go for it.
All right. So we cash. That's good. Now
Big
we're
money.
against JTB, and boy, I would love to get revenge on JTB. There is no doubt. He's a 2-to-1 chip leader, though, so we'll see what happens. But JTB is definitely on my radar after that 8. That 8 on the river was just brutal. That was just brutal.
Brutal. Brutal, I say.
Hopefully all those blast sit and goes aids me in this heads-up battle. I will call. All right. Pocket pair versus pocket pair. Pretty standard. We need help. We do not get the help. Second place. I guess that's better than third place, right, guys? Okay, so we take second place there, and we cash in this session of Superdan Dealing in the Desert. $19.32. That's a profit of $9.32. We'll take it. Of course, we would rather get first place, but sometimes it's not the case. So, thank you all for watching. I do appreciate it. Support the show. Keep watching. And Superdan's going to keep running it up. I think we're up to 648 around there. We're at 648. We're doing great. Just got to keep rolling. Keep rolling. Cheers.
This is a short and sweet plug for Superdan's Blast Off with Superdan Promotion. In short, subscribe and donate to the Superdan show, and 50% of your donation will go to the show. The other 50% will be played in a blast set and go poker tournament in which the donor and Superdan split the winnings. Details are in the post section of the Superdan channel and in the video description. Thank you for watching Superdan Dealing in the Desert. Always appreciated. Cheers.